Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. Omar, Omar is live with us. MashaAllah. We'll talk to you soon. Assalamu alaikum, traveling believer, custom hobbies, Maya posters, Lamuri, Lamuri, art. Somebody please let me know if you hear me so I can make sure that things working out is working fine. Had some connection issues here. Before I guess shows up. Somebody say something, say okay, type okay, type no, type yes, whatever it may be, so I know you can hear me. Okay, let's try to add him on now, inshallah. Psycho, Psycho Gladiator. I see you. I see you. Inshallah, Bismillah. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, brother. Can you hear me?
All right. Oh, awesome. Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Before I start, let me just, I want to start screen recording
Sure.
because last time I did an interview, um, it, um, it disappeared on me at the end of the interview. I couldn't put it on YouTube or
Okay.
anything. So let me just quickly screen record and then we'll start.
Okay.
1 second. Second here. Screen recording.
All right.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. How you doing, brother?
Alhamdulillah. Khair. Good.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. You don't know this, but I've been following you for quite a while, but on a different
Okay.
account. We'll talk about that today, inshallah, and many other things. But before we start, everybody, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Art and Fen Live Art Critiques. This is episode 11. If you've not seen the previous episodes, they're on YouTube with subtitles, and they're also here on Instagram as well on the page Art and Fen. I'm your host, Laith. I host these live critiques every Saturday to open the windows and
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Wa alaikum salam. Okay. I'm Hazrin from Singapore. If you're talking about what I do, I primarily do Islamic art. That's my livelihood. But at the same time, I delve in Jawi. Um, trying to revive back the Jawi script in Singapore. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, mashallah. So if I'm from Singapore,
Yeah.
we've heard I've heard many good things about Singapore, but this is definitely one thing that I am personally interested in as far as art is concerned. Jawi script. Tell us what is Jawi? What is the script about? Why is it important?
Okay. In Singapore, we have the group of Malays, which is one of the races in Singapore, and the language that we use is Malay. Now,
Yes.
the Malay right now, the script that we are using is the Romanized script. That means we're using the standard alphabets, the A, B, C's.
Okay.
We've used the Romanized script for somewhere between 70 to 80 years. And before the use of this
Yes.
Romanized script, we were using the Jawi script. The Jawi script lasted for over 700 years. And before the Jawi script, we were using some other scripts. We were using Sanskrit and the Palavan script. The reason why
Okay.
we changed from the Palavan script to the Jawi script was the coming of Muslim traders to this region. And the Malays back then, who were primarily Hindus, they converted to Islam. So as they were starting to teach the religion, as they were trying to translate the Arabic text into Malay, they figured that the Palavan script was not, how do you say, it wasn't appropriate because of the links of the Palavan script to the Hindu religion. Yeah, so what they did was they took the Arabic letters, they added 6 additional letters, and then that's what formed the Jawi script.
Yeah.
So it's basically adopting the Arabic script, adding some new letters to it for the Malay language. Yeah. Yeah, it's something similar to if I'm not mistaken, to Turkey as well, because if you look at the Turkish alphabets, they have additional letters which is not present in the Arabic letters. Yeah, because we have certain sounds that's not present in the Arabic language. Yeah, so that's primarily that's the Jawi script. Yeah.
Yes, 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 that is true. That's the Ottomans who did adding different letters, letters similar to those in Persian, in Farsi. But yes, definitely the same idea. Yes, yes. So what are you doing to help revive this script now? What are you doing personally to help revive the script?
A couple of things that I've been doing so far. One of it is I've started going into schools to teach students about the Jawi script. So it's a introduction lesson where I basically teach them about the history of the script, and then we'll go through the letters, and then we'll just get them to do a bit of practice of writing the letters, and then they end the lesson with writing their names in Jawi. Yeah. So that's one of the main the main activity that I do to try and relive back this forgotten script. Yeah. The other thing that I do is if you look at it in the art form, since the letters is the same as the Arabic letters, the calligraphy form is the same. But kids being kids, if we were to teach them to go through the classical calligraphy style, it takes the journey is very long. So what I try to do is try to give it a bit of a contemporary twist to it. Something like what Elseed was doing with Arabic. Yeah, so Elseed was one of the guys who kind of like let me see that it doesn't have to be classical all the time. You can always put your twist to it, and then give it a new breath of life. And that's what I'm trying to do with the Jawi script, so that the younger generation can see that, it doesn't have to be something that's very traditional all the time. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice. So do you run a course that's a couple of weeks long at a school, or do you host it at your place in the center you run, or how does this
Okay,
work?
at the moment, it's just a one-off lesson in schools, so that
Okay,
runs from between
okay,
an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's just an introduction lesson. Uh,
okay.
for now, the how do you say it? The awareness is still not there yet. So
Okay.
it's a very slow process. Trying to get more people
Mm,
involved.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So it's just it's a slow process, but you gotta just
Mm,
take it a day at a time. Yeah.
yeah, this is good. This is good. I actually interviewed another brother,
Mhm.
um, from Indonesia. I forgot the name of the island that he's from, but he knows the classical Rika and Diwani
Mhm.
script. Abdul Hai. Maybe you saw the interview,
Mhm.
episode 7. If you haven't seen it, you can go check it out later
Will
on,
do. Yeah.
inshallah. But he does the classical Rika Arabic script, but as well also delves in some Jawi script,
Mhm.
and he's actually a teacher. He's actually a formal teacher in schools as well. So he actually teaches the stuff to kids. How do you find people's reception of this? Do you feel like people find that this is like some old thing that we don't need, or do you find like people are interested in knowing this classical form of writing their language?
Sorry, you're breaking up. Couldn't get your question.
My question is, sorry, is how do you find people's reception? How do you find people's reception to this script? Do people find it like it's something that's just on?
That there's a mixed response. Mixed response actually. There are those who, when they attend the workshops, then they realize that um, is for me. I have to put it across to them that the Jawi script is part and parcel of the Malay culture and heritage. And for some of them,
Mm,
only after going through the workshop do they realize that, oh, okay, this is something that belongs to us. Kind of. I mean, we borrowed the script, but the
mm,
Jawi script is something that belongs to us, which is unique to the Malays here in this region. Um, we do have
yeah,
another group then who finds that if this has already not been used for the past 70 years, why is there a need for us to use it now? Because one of the main arguments, one of the
yes,
main arguments is that uh, then there's not much new text using Jawi. But the thing is that some of us, the activists, what we are trying to do is we're trying to let these people know that it's true that we don't have many new books, published articles in Jawi, but the wealth of knowledge that has been written in Jawi for 700 years, if no one is going to no one is
mm,
able to read it, then that 700 years worth of knowledge is going to be lost. So this is something that we're
yes,
trying to impress upon these people that look, there's so much of this knowledge that's out there that if no one is going to touch it, then it's just going to get lost. And the knowledge that
yeah,
is in these books is unique to this region because it's written by the ulamas in this region,
yes,
primarily for the people in this region. Yeah.
mm,
So that's the thing that we're trying to put across to them and to make them to see that look, as much as yes, you can say that it's not been used for 70 years, but it still is important to the culture, to the people. Yeah, that's how I feel
yeah,
about it. Yeah.
yes. This is very. No, no, I think that's correct, and I think a lot of this means trying to change the script again. I think that's part of where it comes from. That you're trying to then go back to that script and then not and get rid of the Roman
Yep. Yep.
letters, But I think doing that is not the goal. That's not the goal. It's not to change it back again but to for us to be able to understand this script because it's a long part of our history,
Yes,
and
that's
not
right.
just say, well, it's either this one or this one.
Yeah, yeah, quite. It's true. It's true what you say. It's not to turn back the time because it is something that's not very possible to do. Uh, so it's more of just the awareness that Jawi did exist, and it is something that we use, and it's something that we should take pride of. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure, just like the Turks as well, who have Romanized the
Yeah.
letters. If the people cannot read their script, okay, the script that lasted so long, they don't understand their own history. They don't understand even their
Mm-hmm.
family lineages sometimes.
Yeah.
And you find that people end up having to depend on other people, usually Westerners that are interested in these kind of things, to tell them about their own history,
Yeah.
which I find very
Yeah.
problematic.
And
Right? The best people to tell your own
their own
history is
people, yeah.
you.
And for all you know, the history that's written by the other groups of people may not be the true reflection of what the people actually went through. Yeah. But one
Mm,
of one of the one of
yes,
the
yes.
problems that we have here in this region is that they always view the Malays as a group of people that's a bit back then that we were a group of people that were very backward. But when we discovered the
Mm,
books that we have books that's written on medicine. We have books on house buildings. We have books on weaponry. So you can't say that we were not knowledgeable people. We were a group of very knowledgeable people, and it is something that we should carry on to your future generations.
yeah, definitely. You can't say they're not knowledgeable if you cannot read what they wrote. It doesn't make
Yeah,
any
yeah,
sense.
precisely. Yeah,
Um,
that's right.
yeah, you have to read it, and then you can judge. But you can't judge by just saying, well, it's whatever it
Yeah.
is. But now let's change topics a little bit, brother Hazrin. Um, I see on your page, like I said, I've been following you for a long time on my personal page, which is called
Yeah.
Alay Ibn
Mhm.
Idris. Maybe you've noticed me before.
Yes, yes, I have.
I noticed that not only do you do Islamic decorations in terms of ayahs of Quran and what have you, but you also do
Mm.
pottery. You do.
Oh, yes, yeah. It's called kintsugi. Is the art of repairing broken pottery. Yeah. Um, it, it, this is a journey that me and my wife we went to Japan. I think last year, and it was a workshop that we attended to learn how to repair broken pottery.
Mm,
Um, we have this tendency of just taking things for granted. We buy things, it gets broken, and we just throw it away. Whereas the Japanese, they embrace something that is broken. That even though it's broken, it can be
mm,
repaired, and when it is repaired, it actually adds more value to the item by adding gold or silver to
mm,
it. Yeah. So if you look at it in the perspective of the religion, we are responsible uh, in taking care of the environment, and this
yes.
is one of the ways that we can try to reduce throwing things away, uh, rescuing things, repairing things, so giving them another lease of life instead of just this habit of constantly just buying and throwing. It is detrimental to the earth
Yes.
and to the environment. Yeah, yeah. So
No, I like
not
that very
just
much.
yeah. So the thing is besides pottery, we also do try to salvage and help people to restore their furniture. So things that sofas that needs new upholstery, or if they find that they want to change the color, we help to repaint it for them. And yeah, so the small things that we can try to do to try and save something from just being, ending up in the landfill, and then just buying a new one, when it's still good. Yeah.
No, this is very actually it was first time I learned that there was such an art form, but definitely something that I feel a lot of us are guilty of, wasting things when they can actually be repaired. So
Yeah.
once I saw that, I was very happy, and I think it's a message that I try at least once in a while, even on my art page, to talk about,
Yeah.
reducing, recycling, and things like that. But this is a reuse of broken items. I think very
Yeah.
beneficial, if we can pick
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah, give me a minute. Let me show you. Let me show you.
So
Okay, give me a minute. Hopefully you can. So this bowl. Okay, this one. This is not completed yet. This one, there was a crack. If you can see it. So this red portion here, it's just been lacquered, and
yeah.
once this is dry, we will then add gold powder to it, so that it gives it a more aesthetic look to
Mm,
it. Yeah. So yeah, this small tip like this,
mm.
people tend to think, it's a chip, just throw it away. But it can still be repaired and rescued. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a very good thing, so, I think part of the issue that we have, a lot of us that would like to do something like that, we don't know how to do it
Mm.
personally, and we also don't know people that can do it or that are willing to do it. It's just easier to just buy
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah. So it's always
You
okay.
understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, Yes, and people that usually tend to do this are people that actually either they're like you and value the items very
Yeah.
much, or people that unfortunately we think of them as being poor. They can't afford to buy another one. And
Yeah.
I
That's
think
right.
this is what
That's
you're
right.
doing. What you're doing kind of shows that that it doesn't have to be a matter of riches and poor, but really, we should be protecting the
That's right.
environment. We shouldn't just be throwing things away because they have a little
Yeah.
chip.
That's right. Yeah. So
Yes,
the,
so
the
definitely
yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead,
because
brother.
one of the things that really impressed us with the people in Japan is um, how they accept imperfections in things, and they really understand and accept that things that they buy over time, there is wear and tear. But doesn't mean that just because there's wear and tear, there's a bit of breakage, it means that it needs to be thrown away. So the whole
Mm.
philosophy on trying to you know protect the environment, making things that they buy last, it's something that we as Muslims should reflect upon, and it's something that we should try and embrace, and make it part of our life. Trying to reduce where we can. Yeah.
No, no. This is you know what? I was when I first learned Arabic, and I really delved into it for just about a whole year, and I could speak it fluently, and I learned a Nahu and all these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
I started teaching again back in California, where I'm from, and I had one student was Japanese, okay, and this Japanese student was
Mm-hmm.
not a Muslim, okay, but the adab, and the character, of really respecting the teacher and respecting the knowledge, was something that I was blown away by. I was like, this is supposed to be us
Yeah,
too,
that's right.
like this, and this is another thing that's making me think, like, we need to really embody what these Japanese guys are doing. because that's really what Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came with.
Yeah, that's right.
This is what they're doing. So definitely, you're making me think of going to Japan now to go visit.
Inshallah, once the pandemic is over.
It's a little far from here. Yeah, you know what? I might just go. I'm really liking what I'm hearing from them. Khair inshallah. Khair inshallah. Brother, one more thing before we leave here. Tell us one thing about that people that not only follow you, hear about, they will be very surprised.
I'm a father of 4, and my eldest is 19, my youngest is 16, and I'm 44. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one thing that normally when people meet me and they ask me how old I am or if I'm with my kids, they get very surprised when they see my kids all grown up. They always think that we're brothers, kind of thing. Yeah. So that's the one thing that people always don't expect when they see me. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You definitely. You definitely definitely don't look like it, mashallah. No, I would have thought you were in your 20s, to be honest. I would have thought you were somewhere in your 20s, mashallah. Mashallah. I guess that's that good Malay food. That good Malay food, mashallah. Keeping you healthy.
Yeah.
Keeping you looking young, mashallah. Mashallah. Brother Hazrin, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Definitely appreciate. I appreciate the conversation. You've taught us a lot. Inshallah, in a year's time.
Inshallah. Yeah. Will do. No, nothing at the moment. Yeah, nothing on my. No. Nothing on. Nothing's coming up at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that.
For design and also has Joey as well. And inshallah, we'll see bigger and better things from him in the future, inshallah. Brother, assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, we'll talk to you some other time.
Inshallah. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Walaikum salam.